Why do you feel guilty for wanting to leave the Jehovah's Witnesses religion? Or if you're a Jehovah's Witness, for you, the term would be leaving the Jehovah's Witness organization. This video is specifically targeted for anyone who's a Jehovah's Witness at this specific moment in time now, and is feeling so guilty deep down inside for wanting to leave your religion, your organization. You just completely want to stop being one of Jehovah's Witnesses. So you definitely want to stay tuned to this video, because I strongly believe that this could be very, very enlightening to you. So please stick around. Get your comfortable spot in your home, your couch, your seat, grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and give me about 10 minutes. Alright? Anyway, with that done and said, welcome to the channel if this is your first time. Welcome to Unlearn Religion, Godspeed. I'm Roberto, and I'm a Christian without religion, and I am a former Jehovah's Witness. So therefore, yep, you guessed right, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. And in this channel, I speak about anything that has to do with my personal experience as either what I'm doing now, my past experiences as being a Jehovah's Witness back in the days about 5-6 years ago. And I do so because my motive is to encourage others to see for themselves that you can live a peaceful, happy, normal life, not being under the strong hand, per se, of the Jehovah's Witness organization or religion, however you want to word it, or by any religion, by any means. So, it doesn't really make a difference if you're a Jehovah's Witness, if you're Christian, if you're a Buddhist, if you Buddhist, you atheist, you Catholic. I don't care what you are. Whatever religion you are part of, you don't have to be stuck in that religion or under that religion in order to be on a spiritual journey with your personal relationship with God and your personal beliefs. Anyway, with that done and said, let's get on into this video. Okay, so I hope you're comfortable at this time. It's like 3 minutes in, and I'm gonna give you the 5 top reasons, not 1, not 2, but 5, the 5 reasons why you are feeling guilty. Okay, and let me tell you something before I even go in depth with this. Despite me changing the name of my channel, okay, I will never ever stop, thinking about other people that is in that predicament where you one of Jehovah's Witnesses and you don't know what to do. You're undecisive, you're confused, you feel bad, you feel shame, you feel guilty. Now let me tell you something. Even though I used to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses, okay, back in the days, I've never felt no type of fucking guilt. I just don't believe in feeling guilty in life. If you do something, you do it because you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it's because you don't want to do it. Simple as that. I never felt guilty for either being one of Jehovah's Witnesses while I was a Jehovah's Witness, and certainly now that I left it. So, but I know in my heart, in my mind, that there's other people like yourself, if you're watching this video, okay, who you've thought of, you think about leaving. You want to leave, but you feel these feelings of guilt. And this is why I'm going to answer this question that's right above my head. How did you become how do you become not only a Jehovah's Witness, but now you're left with being one of a guilty Jehovah's Witness? And see, this is not right. This is completely wrong. And so I'm here to help you. All right, here you go. So let me give you quickly the 5 reasons why become you have this guilt. See, let me tell you something. First, let me back it up a little bit. Jehovah's Witnesses, they groom you, they spiritually groom you. Okay? Again, Jehovah's Witnesses are experts, they're trained experts, and they know how to spiritually manipulate you, mentally manipulate you, and they spiritually groom you. You have to be careful. Now, if you're experienced and you're a Jehovah's Witness and you've been with them for years, you know exactly what I'm saying. Listen, you know I ain't bullshitting, you know I'm not lying, and you might not even like me even more for what I'm about to say, but I'm keeping it real. So if you don't like it, oh well, shut the video off, turn the channel to somewhere else. So what they do is, within time, do your studies, you studying, you're unbaptized publisher, you start off studying the Bible, you're a Bible student, then you become an unbaptized publisher. Everything is cool, you pretty much there's no rules or nothing, whatever, you're unconscious of what's about to come, right? And then little by little, there's certain things that they start pulling out, the bag of tricks, so to speak. If you don't believe me, I'm going to give you 5 things that they say to start working on you and start working on your conscience, okay? And start working on you here. So by the time that they're ready to groom you spiritually and you're ready involved as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, you're active and everything, full-fledged Jehovah's Witness, okay? For whatever reason, if you choose and you want to leave, it's so difficult, and now you have all this guilt on your hands for no apparent reason. Okay, I'll let you decide. Here we go. Have you ever heard this first term that Jehovah's Witnesses use? Jehovah's only with those who does his will. I want you to mark a comment now if you ever heard. Mark a comment, put a comment if you ever heard this saying that Jehovah's Witnesses use. Jehovah's only with those who does his will. That's the first thing that I can remember them saying. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that means Jehovah God, he's only with us because we're doing his will, right? Okay, that's 1. 2, check this one out. Jehovah only blesses his people. What does that mean? Jehovah only blesses his people? Okay, so that's another thing. Now you're starting to think, okay, so Jehovah only blesses the people who does his will. That's us who go in the ministry and we're preaching to others. And he only blesses his people. Jehovah's Witnesses is Jehovah's people. 2, check this one out. The third one that they put out there and they put in your mind, in your heart. This one you got to really be careful. Now it kind of intensifies, right? Hold that. Get a little sip of coffee. This is the one here. Oh, be careful, because you don't want to do anything on what Jehovah looks down on. Mark in the comments. Listen, I know Jehovah's Witnesses. You watch my channel. I know you be saying some things that's slick and blah blah blah. Listen, I've been there. It's all good. But if I'm lying, it's one thing. If I'm telling the truth, then that's why you're getting mad. Jehovah's with J-Dubs, I know that's why you get mad. But this is what they do. They work on you. Remember what I said? They work on you. Okay? Now they're working it. So now you start to think, oh, so will Jehovah look down on me if I decide to leave this organization? If I leave this religion? So now I really got to think before I try to consider leaving this organization. All right, here go another one. And this is almost my favorite one. Almost. Hear what I'm saying? Almost my favorite one. Check out number 4. This is the 4th thing that they love to get into, to put in your mind. They love to use on you and place this on your mind, on your conscience, and in your heart. You ready for this one? I really hope you're sitting. Number 4 is this one. Stick with Jehovah's people, and Jehovah will bless you. Wait a minute. So now you're telling me that in order for Jehovah to bless me, I have to stick with Jehovah's Witnesses? If I'm stuck in this religion, I have to stay in this organization. Oh no. Why? Yes, I'll never forget when I heard this, and the elder had put that out there to me. And it was so funny because initially I was like, wow, that's pretty big. And I'll never forget, I asked him, I said, so you mean to tell me the only way I'm going to get blessed or Jehovah's going to be with me or anything like that is by me sticking with Jehovah's people? You referencing that is to be, in this organization. And he looked at me and he responded with a response that was very interesting. He was like, well, that's the only, and he said, that's the only way. Who else? This was his response. Who else other than us, then are there out there who's considered to be Jehovah's people? So in other words, he was implying you got to stick with us if you want Jehovah to bless you. And I thought that was pretty strong. So, at this point in time, if you stuck out with all of these, and I'm still down to one, I saved the best for last, because this is where I'm going to tie in everything to conclude this video. But if you think about it from this point in time now, think where you at and how you feeling. If you go back in history and time and you think of all these comments or terms or sayings, whatever you want to word, how, sisters and brothers, your brothers and sisters or the elders or whoever, your ministers or whatever you want to call them, have said these things to you, you got to analyze and be wise. Be wise. All right? This is real enlightenment, okay? Hear what I'm telling you. Think about all the things they saying here. Jehovah's only with you if you do his will. Jehovah will only bless you if you're in the Jehovah's Witness religion or organization or the truth, however you put it. Because back in the day, they used to call it the truth. Now, the truth is being exposed, right? Jehovah will look down on, be careful what Jehovah will look down on. Like to say, think about it. They basically tell you, Jehovah will look down on you if you do something outside of what what their rules, policies, laws, whatever you want to call. And the only way you get blessed, check this bullshit out. How in the world that the only way Jehovah God, the only true God, or God Almighty Himself, however you want to put it, but for the sake of everything, keeping it short, how is it that the only way Jehovah blesses people, okay, and especially you, the only way Jehovah is going to bless you if you stick with His people? So that means you got to stick with all the pedos, the pedophiles, the hypocrites, and etc. and etc. Because everyone knows, okay? Listen, the cat is out the bag for a long time. They hide pedophiles in that religion. They make people suffer. We're not, they broken down homes, relationships. You know how the blood situation is. They'll let you sit up and die and say it's all on account of Jehovah. All these different issues. And here it is. They want to put you in a dilemma where now they're telling you you must, or you must stick with them. Despite all of these things, in order for Jehovah to bless you, get the hell out of here with that. Really? 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 So see, this is why you got to ask yourself. Now, which with much anticipation, I've been rambling here, confession, for the last 2 minutes or so. Here's the last and final one that really takes the cake. Here's the last and fifth final one, okay, that takes the freaking cake, okay? If you don't follow Jehovah, you probably could finish my sentence. You could probably fill in the rest of the words to this sentence. If you don't follow Jehovah, then Jehovah will abandon you. Now, what the heck does that supposed to mean? Really? 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 If you don't follow Jehovah, then Jehovah will abandon you? Or put it this way, if you don't follow Jehovah, He will, what? He will withdraw His Holy Spirit from you? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, J-Dubs. Listen, Jehovah's people, or Jehovah's Witnesses, however you want to call yourself, maybe after this video, you'll be thanking me and say thank you, Roberto, because I never really put all of these things and two and two together. Yes, these are the 5 reasons, the 5 things that they put in you, on you, in your mind, however you want to word it. And this is why, okay, when you come to a point in time when Jehovah Himself touches you in a way where He enlightens you spiritually, and you have your own personal spiritual awakening and your own personal realization of what you're really involved with, what you're a part of. By that time, you almost feel like it's too late. You're like, wow, I'm going to leave now? Because at this point in time, you have all this guilt that was already built in you. Unconsciously, you didn't know. But now when you put all of these things together, all the things that I said, they've been working on you for quite a while. And these are the things they start putting in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart. And this is the reason why you now have become one of like many thousands or hundreds of thousands of guilty Jehovah's Witnesses in that organization. You're full of guilt. This is how you become one. This is exactly why you're sitting as a Jehovah's Witness and you're guilty as shit. You're guilty as shit because it's not your fault. Now this is the thing, and this is the question before I conclude this video on what I'm going to leave you with. Now that you know, and it's brought to your attention with clarity, okay, this information, the only question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do? Okay, because let me tell you something. How strong is it for these people to speak on behalf of Jehovah God himself, or God himself, however you want to word it? If you don't follow Jehovah, he will abandon you? He will abandon you. Well, let me tell you something. I was a Jehovah's Witness for shy off for 10 years. I've been out the Jehovah's Witness religion for 5.5, going on 6 years, you could say. All right? It's nearing 6 years. Let me tell you something. I've never ever abandoned Jehovah. And when you leave, whenever you decide to leave and how you leave, you don't have to, you're not abandoning Jehovah. Okay? The only one who can see that you are abandoning Jehovah is Jehovah. Duh. Jehovah himself knows who abandons him, because he knows your heart. Now let me make this very clear before I make this, before I wrap this video up. Let me make this very, 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 very clear. And I hope that you stood all the way forward to this video. Let me make this very, very clear to you. It's a difference when you're abandoning a people. And if we're going to put it crystal clear and right, a Jehovah's Witness that abandons the whole organization and the whole Jehovah's Witness religion is only abandoning that religion and those people. Okay? Big difference. You are abandoning them. You're abandoning them, not Jehovah. And you got to keep that in mind for whatever decision you're about to face and what you're about to do. Please, 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 please keep that in mind. That there's a big difference between you abandoning Jehovah himself as opposed to only abandoning his people. Okay? Anyway, I thank you so much for your time. I hope this gave you some type of understanding, if not some clarity, some crystal clear clarity. And with that done and said, continue to take care of yourself. Continue to trust in what God is preparing for your near future. Okay? This is your life. These is your choices. This is your journey. This is your life journey. Okay? Always make prayerful decisions. And at the end of the day, like I like to say, maybe I've never said it before, but I'll say it here now. The only one you have to answer to is God himself. So to my next video, until next time, continue to take care of your loved ones, take care of your health, take care of your mindset, take care of your heart, guard it and protect it. Peace.